And we are live.
All right.
This is new, dear.
This is exciting.
We're excited, and I'm excited. We're doing an impromptu live on the Journey Life TV YouTube page.
Okay,
And
I've got
a special guest with me, my lovely wife.
Hi, everybody.
Hailing from Chicago. From the South Side. The only side.
The only side. That's right, baby.
She comes in at 5 feet 3 1/4 inches, weighing at 139 pounds.
Don't forget my quarter inch
and a quarter inch, 139 pounds.
That's right,
from
baby.
the South Side of Chicago, representing the Black and Red Panthers of Clark University. Lynette Lorraine Williams, aka Shot Times Finest, aka Mrs. JLW.
Hey!
AKA, what's the other AKAs we got?
I can't tell you the rest, baby.
Oh, yeah, well, so we are here, and we got a special shout out to all of y'all who are watching.
Hey, everybody.
We got a special episode here as we are doing great things to build the content of Journey Life TV. We're excited about our YouTube channel as it continues to grow. You know, we've had like 700 subscribers in like a month.
Really?
Yes.
That's amazing.
All kinds of people are emailing us. We had a video on here called "Be My Special Guest," and a 73-year-old man who's a soldier. Shout out to all the soldiers keeping us free.
Thank you.
And veterans who has suffered from some health challenges is going to be in our next session.
Exciting.
And he's agreed to let me interview him. So when I interview him, I'm going to interview him, and then we'll be certain to share with you all. And we've got several people who want to be a part. So
it's exciting times.
Yes. So shout out to each of you. This is an impromptu session, so it doesn't matter how few or how many. We got some great things. Now, we figured that we'll do this particular presentation because we're currently on vacation. We're in Hawaii.
Yes. Aloha.
Lynette's turning 40, so this is her birthday.
April 27th is my birthday.
And a lot of you all are going to be taking trips soon. A lot of you guys are maybe going on cruises as the world opens back up, hopefully sooner than later.
Yeah.
And hopefully this particular episode of Journey Life TV will help you guys, because the worst thing in the world, and Lynette, tell me if I'm wrong, is to go on vacation and become a big fat pig. It's the worst.
You ain't lying,
ain't it?
Because when that stomach starts lapping over your belt,
yo, when you like, get on that scale, you be like, bruh,
sis,
it's the worst, man.
It's the worst.
So I got a couple things that I'm going to lay out to you all, that we're going to lay out to you all. We're going to talk about tips and tricks that we do that have worked for us. What we're about to share with you is information and knowledge that has been gained through experience, meaning that we've taken several trips and gained ginormous amounts of weight, and it wasn't ideal, right?
Right.
So the lessons that we're going to teach you are all the stuff we did wrong and have finally gotten to the point somewhat to where we're doing it right now that we're perfect. And that's what we're going to share with you all. So we're going to go ahead and start. Shout out to each of you who are watching live, and we'll go from there. So a couple things that you want to do. All right. Numero uno is you want to enjoy yourself. You're going on vacation, right, dear?
Right, babe.
And you have to enjoy yourself. Say something, babe.
Well, I'm just thinking about enjoying myself, about like, oh man, because that's the benefit, right? So the benefit in being disciplined when you're at home is because you're sticking to a regimen. You are excited about the body composition, things that you see. The number on the scale is going down. Your skin is clearing up. Your allergies are like, everything is good, right? And then when you
keep talking, babe.
Okay, babe. Will you bring me some water?
Yeah, sure.
Great, thank you.
You want a little wine?
Sure, babe. We're enjoying ourselves. So when you go on vacation, you want
secular, they don't mind.
Anyway, you want to enjoy yourself. Dear, I'm telling my point now. Sorry, y'all. So you want to enjoy yourself because you don't want to go on vacation
trying
to like eat healthy and not, avoiding this and avoiding that. You work at home. So when you go on vacation and when you're celebrating and when you're enjoying yourself, you get to relax a little bit.
Yeah.
Hence why we're having wine.
No, it's Lynette's birthday, so we're just gonna. How many people do y'all know steal wine off the plane?
Okay,
Look,
now
First
listen.
Lady's a thief. She's a thief.
I didn't know it was in my bag.
You're a thief. You're a thief.
I asked for an extra one on the plane, and
you are a complete thief.
I just forgot.
You're a thief.
I forgot it was in my bag.
You are a thief. Here you go.
I forgot it was in my bag. Just pour the wine. Don't spill it.
Sorry.
Anyway. All right.
Go ahead, First Lady.
All right. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. All right, so enjoy yourself when it's cold.
Yeah.
Give me a sip.
See, Pastor.
I got to be sure you ain't poisoned, baby.
Thank you, babe.
All right, so the first thing is enjoy yourself. That's the first step to not becoming a big fat pig when you go out of town.
Can't believe you said it.
All right. Now, you don't have to eat like a pig to enjoy yourself. This is important.
What's that mean, babe?
A lot of people think that, okay, when I go on vacation, I'm going to eat everything. Like it's like we have conditioned ourselves mentally that when we travel, that when we go on a cruise, that when we take that destination trip or whatever it is, that we're just going to just live it up.
Yeah.
And people equate a lot of negative activities towards having good times, like eating, like drinking. There are a lot of people who go on vacations and aren't sober. Seriously. I'm being very serious.
Me too.
Well, what are you looking like that for?
I'm not. I was just sipping my wine.
Huh?
I was just sipping my wine.
I'm not talking about like having a drink here and there. I'm talking about people who will literally go on trips and don't remember it.
Oh, yeah.
Complete lushes.
Yeah, those are people who are trying to avoid their life, which is another issue for another time.
So the point I'm trying to make is you don't have to go on vacation thinking that that a part of having fun is gorging yourself with food.
Right.
Because what's going to happen is when you gorge yourself with food, you're going to feel like crap. You're not going to feel like exploring.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to feel like walking. You're not going to feel like being active. And then you're going to come back weighing in like you need to be slaughtered.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the bottom line.
And you're not going to know how to get back to your regimen because you're going to feel like you're so out of control.
Right. So you don't want that.
You don't want that.
You don't. So, and I once did this when there were times when we would take vacations and we thought, we would just go in.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the more we did it, we would get back and like, who wants to come back 10 pounds heavier, 12 pounds heavier, and then it's going to take you weeks to get it off. Like nobody wants to do that. I want to enjoy myself. If I come back and I gain 3, 4, 5 pounds, I get it off in a couple of days and I'm back to normal.
Right.
That's a good vacation.
Right. That is a good vacation.
Would you agree with that?
And that's how you enjoy yourself.
Right. All right.
What's next? These are good, babe.
Next thing is, what can I do to not get fat on vacation? We're going to tell you. Number one, you want to pick your meals and leave space in between them.
That's good, babe. What
does this mean? When you go on vacation, if you eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you are going to be a big fat pig when you come home. It's the bottom line. Because I'm going to tell you why. Because breakfast, lunch, and dinner, right?
Yeah.
When you're on vacation, is like eating 6 meals when you're at home.
It's very true.
When people go on vacations, they know people come all over the world and want big, full, decadent, rich, calorically dense meals.
Yeah.
They want big breakfast, big lunch, big dinner. If you go out and you do that, you're going to gain massive amounts of weight.
Sorry, babe.
Please. Thank you. You're going to gain massive amounts of weight, which is no fun.
No fun.
Dear, I'm bringing you on so you can give commentary on that.
Yeah. So I think another thing too, when you're picking your meals is just like when you're at home and you prepare and if you have to leave the house and you prepare your meals and you set them aside in your little lunch bag or whatever, when you go on vacation, and you pick your meals, like honestly,
what do these idiots want? What do they want?
They're calling me to give me information that I asked for. So that's why they keep calling.
Well, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So when you're picking your meals, like make sure that it's a meal that you want to eat as far as like the quantity. So don't go to a buffet every day that you're on vacation. Pick a day that you may have as like your cheat day, right? So like your off-plan meal day. So go get a buffet one day, and then the next day have something a little bit lighter, and then you may want to skip a meal, or maybe like you figure it out, like you know your body. And if you're planning to be extra active one particular day, that may be a day that you want to eat a bigger meal for that first meal. So I agree.
So let me tell you what works for us. Eating breakfast, right? And when you eat breakfast, you eat a good meal, you get what you want, you're not counting calories, you're not sitting up here trying to enter everything. You're eating essentially what you want. But you need to give plenty of time for that meal to digest and for you to burn off what it is that you've eaten. Meaning that a good mix on vacation that works for us is to eat breakfast and then to eat dinner. Now, if we eat breakfast around 8 o'clock and we eat dinner around 5, that means that's about 8 to 9 hours of a gap in between those two meals. That gives you 2 solid meals to look forward to, because when you're eating 2 larger meals and you throw a lunch in there, you get to the point to where you're not eating because you're hungry. You're just eating because it's lunchtime.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you overdo it.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you overtax your digestive system. That's how you become full. You can't move. You're sluggish, etc. So that is what you want to avoid at all times. All right. Next, avoid snacking and drinking. This may be difficult because what do people want to do? People incessantly eat all of the time. People like to eat breakfast, then they want to eat lunch. They want a snack. You want a muffin. You want to get ice cream. You want to go to the bar. You can't do that.
Yeah, you just can't.
That stuff will add up like you have never believed it.
Mm-hmm.
And the next thing you do, it's done.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
Yeah. So also too, when you think about snacking, it really mitigates the joy of having those 1 or 2 meals and having that large space in between. Because if you have a good meal that you look forward to, and then you leave a lot of space, and then you have that next meal, it makes that next meal so much more enjoyable. When you snack in between, it's just gluttonous and it's overkill, and it makes you sleepy. it makes you like crampy and hot. It's just never a good thing to snack.
When you're on vacation and you sit down to eat, you should feel hungry.
Mm-hmm.
You should be excited that you're about to get nourishment. And you should know that this isn't an unnecessary meal, but this is a meal I'm going to enjoy. And once I get through enjoying it, the next time I eat, I'm going to have plenty of time to let it digest, let it do what it needs to do. And if you do that, you're not going to come back being this gluttonous, overweight person that looks at the scale when he or she returns from vacation. You get on it and you hate it.
Mm-hmm.
You're just not. So you have to avoid eating and drinking, because when you're snacking, when you're eating cookies and you're eating chips and you're drinking beers, that's spiking your insulin every time you open up your mouth. When your insulin is being spiked, you are not burning fat. Insulin cannot be released and the body is burning fat. It's one or the other. You're either storing fat or you're burning it. One of the two. So when you're eating all through the day, you're spiking insulin, spiking insulin, spiking insulin, spiking insulin. And then the more you do that, you're basically in fat storage mode all day. You're never burning what you're consuming.
Mm-hmm.
So giving time in between your meals means the only thing that you're ingesting in between those larger meals, if you follow that model that we are suggesting, is going to be water. That's it. You don't want anything that's spiking your insulin. You don't want any shakes. You don't want any sweet drinks. You don't want anything like that. So that's important.
It's good.
It's a game changer.
It's good.
All right, active and passive workouts. Now, this is a good one. When you're going on vacation and you don't want to get fat, it's a game of burning calories. It's a game of how many calories am I consuming, i.e., am I eating, and how many calories am I burning. When you are eating more calories than you're burning, you're going to gain weight. When you're burning more calories than you're eating, you're going to lose weight. So this is the game that you can play with your body. If you're picking and you're following the model that we're telling you, 2 meals, right? Plenty of time in between. All right. So you got breakfast, you got dinner, roughly you got 8 of 9 hours in between. And you're not snacking, you're not drinking anything in between that. You want to have active and passive workouts. An active workout is when you're on vacation and you tell yourself, I'm going to the gym to work out intentionally, whether it's lifting weights, whether you're going to be doing aerobic stuff, whether you're going to be doing whatever it is they're going to do. Maybe you can share with them what you like to do in your active workouts, and then I'll explain passive workouts.
Yeah, so active workouts, 300 to 400 calories is a great marker of a caloric burn per workout. You can wear any heart rate monitor or chest strap or anything to calculate that. But what I like to do is I like to do a warm up, 15, 20 minutes. And then I'll like to do some type of high intensity interval training after that. So I'll do a warm up to warm up my body. And then I'll do something like an AMRAP, as many rounds as possible in like 20 minutes. Because you don't have to work out a very long time, but it just has to be focused and intentional, right? So cardio will get your heart rate up, get your body nice and warm. And then you're lifting weights, which of course will bring down your heart rate a bit, but you're still developing that muscle. And then you'll complement that with other cardio activity to burn the calories that you need.
Shout out to Demetrius, who says, we follow your 2 meal a day plan when we went out of town a couple of weeks ago, and I only gained 4 pounds and got them off in 4 days. It works, people. Great,
amazing.
Demetrius. See that, because what it does is it keeps you in check. If you're eating 2 meals a day, following the other things that we're going to share with you, whatever you gain is going to be temporal. Being that he got that 4 pounds off in 4 days, that was water weight. He came back, he probably increased his water. He went back to what he was doing. He urinated it out. Next thing you know, he's back on track within 4 days. That's what you want.
That's what you want.
You want to be able to go on vacation and reset yourself within a week.
Yep.
So shout out to Demetrius. That's excellent. All right, now, so that's an active workout. So every day that you're out of town, you want to say to yourself, I am going to the gym. I'm going to actively go somewhere and to do something where I'm intentionally trying to work out to burn these calories and get this workout in. All right. That's an active workout. A passive workout is when I'm doing something through the day that's burning calories. This is taking a tour. All right. This is walking on the beach. This is swimming. This may be snorkeling. This may be hiking. So today, Lynette and I got up this morning. We worked out active. We went to breakfast. We haven't eaten anything since breakfast. We won't eat anything until dinner. Around noon, we went to a mall that was about 2 miles away from our hotel. We walked 2 miles, right? Going. We walked 2 miles back, and we were walking while we were there. We burned 500 calories, okay, in just walking to and from the mall. Do you understand that? So when you take that active workout where we burn 400 plus calories, passive workout, we're burning 500 calories. We're only eating 2 meals a day. So our basal metabolic rate is, mine is at least 2,000 plus 2,500 calories a day. For hers is probably close to 1,800 to 1,900 calories, meaning that if she did nothing, she would burn that amount. So when you add in another 1,000 calories on top of what you're burning by doing nothing, guess what's happening? You're enjoying yourself and you're not gaining anything. So the point that I'm saying is when you're out of town, you want to be more active than when you're at home. Why? Because you're eating more.
Yep.
This is the trick. You kill the lunch, 2 meals, plenty of time to digest, stop snacking and drinking incessantly, get in your active workout, and get in your passive workout. And I'm telling you, you're gonna feel like new money.
Yeah,
you have any thoughts
that.
about that?
I love that. And it's to me fairly recently that we evolved from with this point, because we used to always do like excursions and activities, but we wouldn't necessarily, that would be our time to relax and enjoy ourselves. We didn't like work out. And then we got to the point where we're going to work out on vacation. And then we got to the point where we're going to work out on vacation and then we're going to do something passive. And that really, like the combination of it really, really does help you. And like the first rule was enjoy yourself. That really helps you enjoy yourself because you don't feel guilty. Because the worst thing that you can do is go on vacation eating these meals and drinking what you're drinking and then feel guilty about it. Like, no, that's not the point of it. The point of it is to be active, to be passive in your workouts, to enjoy yourself, to pick your meals, to put space in between them, to do all these things, because this is a lifestyle. It's not, you shouldn't have to escape from your life, right? Like you shouldn't have this life that when you go on vacation, you just like lose your mind and you totally escape from. You have your life, you have your off-plan meals, but you have the tools so that when you go back to your normal eating regimen, you don't have to do unhealthy behaviors to get it off.
Absolutely.
That's all I got.
All right. Like this is a concept. Earn and burn. So earn and burn. When you're on vacation, this is the mindset that you want to have so you can, because what's the goal? The goal is to enjoy yourself when you're on vacation. You know you're going to be eating a little bit more. You want to be able to do all that, let your hair down, not feel bad, because the worst thing in the world is when you're on vacation, you're trying to put on those cute dresses or brothers, those fitted slacks, and your gut is like tight and like, hugging the way. Nobody likes that.
Yeah.
Because one of the elements of feeling sexy is not feeling like you're fat. And fat is relative. I'm not saying that you're fat, but I'm saying when you feel like you're fat. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You don't feel sexy. You feel sexy when like your stomach is empty, when you haven't overeaten, where you don't feel like this gluttonous person has been eating all the time. That strips that feeling of sexiness. It's a great feeling when you're on vacation, you're on the beach, you're with your significant other, your wife, your husband, or you looking for somebody or whatever it is, and you feeling sexy. And you can't be out there maximizing the experience of being on vacation when you feel full and bloated. That's a terrible feeling.
Yes.
So earn and burn is a concept. Earn and burn means that when I'm out of town, I've got to think about my food as I got to earn it and I have to burn it. All right. Earning means I got to work out before I eat my meal. So you get up in the morning and before you're going to go and you may get that breakfast that you like that's going to be a bit more. That's fine. Do it. Let your hair down, but you got to earn it. So the way you earn it is you have to do something intentionally active. Remember the active working out? You want to look at it with that mentality. Okay, if I'm going to go out and have a few more calories than I normally eat, if I'm going to have those pancakes or if I'm going to eat an omelet or whatever it is that you want to eat, and it's not your normal meal and you don't want to feel guilty, you got to you got to tell yourself, I got to earn it. What do you think about that?
Period. So I hear you talking so definitively about enjoy yourself, earn it and burn it, active and passive workouts. And it has to be that definitive for y'all too. Like it can't be an option. It can't be, I don't feel like getting up. It can't be, I just want to eat and relax. I deserve it. Like your mentality and your mind has to be, this is my lifestyle. I cannot afford to go off track. I cannot afford to go off the deep end and not be able to get back. Y'all listen to these tips. I'm telling you, it will save, and it has saved lives. It will save your life.
Yeah.
You have to have that mindset of I deserve to enjoy myself on vacation. I deserve to earn and burn. I deserve to give myself the ability to move is not a choice. It's not a choice. It's a privilege.
Right.
Because there are tons of people who wish they could move and couldn't. So the fact that you have the ability to do that, you should honor that.
Yeah. So. It's excellent. So some of you are having bad internet connection. Maybe it's us. So we'll just keep talking. But the concept of earning is just that you want to get that workout in before you eat. Burning is the same thing. Once you've eaten it, now you gotta burn it off.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you want to give that gap in between your first meal and your second meal, because what you want to do is you earned it, right? You got up, you went to the gym, you got that active workout in. Now you got to burn it. The way you burn it is by what? Doing the passive working out, taking your tours, walking through the day, doing all of those things. But you have to do it without eating other things, because when you start snacking in between, you're going to sabotage the whole plan. Earn and burn. You get up, you earn it by going to the gym. You get that first meal, then you what? Burn it. All right. And then when you burn it, you have your dinner. All right. So these are all, I'm telling you, these are all pro tips that it took us literally years for us to, let me see if I can go down. All right. Earn and burn. I got another one. All right. Let's see. Don't I have another one? There we go. Avoid buffets. Did I spell that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Avoid buffets.
This one hurts.
Buffets will get you in trouble. I remember we went to Vegas one time, and you walk in them well-lit, oxygen-filled rooms, and you see all of them glistening sausages and eggs.
And cinnamon rolls on this side.
And you... Lynette and I, when we eat, we intentionally eat off of the menu a la carte. I want an omelet. I want this. I want that. One order. Because when you get to the point to where you're at a buffet, your eyes are going to be more ambitious than your stomach. You're going to get chicken, and you're going to get sausage, and you're going to try this. And then the next thing you know, you will have eaten triple the amount of food that you would have normally eaten had you just got one serving. What you think about that?
Like I said, this one hurts because I love a good buffet, okay? Because you like to try different things, especially like if you go somewhere that you haven't been before and you want to try the cuisine. So you're like, I want to try this, I want to try this, I don't want to limit myself. Yeah. But yeah, buffets don't do anything but get you in trouble. Because what happens is you try to tell yourself, you get a small plate, right? Because you know that
I'm just gonna nibble.
I'm just right. So you know you're gonna nibble. So you get a small plate, and then you make 15 trips back to the buffet, right? And then you want to try the juices, which is self-sabotage 101. But anyway, so you get these small plates and these buffets, and it smells good. It leads to nothing but a downhill day, because once you start your day off like that, you can't recover.
You can't.
You just can't.
You just can't.
You just can't. So just don't do it.
Just don't do it. Now this is a good one.
Oh.
Never eat till full.
These are good.
When you go to breakfast and you're gonna get those decadent foods, get what you want, but don't stuff yourself. The moment you feel stuffed, you've overeaten. You've overeaten, and it's going to take so much time for you to undo that overage. You're gonna get sleepy. You're gonna want to take a nap. You're not gonna want to go out and go on any excursions. Get you a sensible meal. Enjoy it, and then when you finish enjoying it, enjoy your day. Because when you overeat, you're being counterproductive in terms of why you're on vacation in the first place. You're on vacation to what? Disconnect, to recalibrate, to get some R&R, to create new memories. You're not on vacation to sleep, to nap, to feel bloated and not sexy. So if you really think about it, the best thing to do is to be mindful of how you're eating when you're on vacation, to have a good time, but not sabotage it by being full and bloated and gaining weight.
I love that word, sabotage. And you don't really think that you're sabotaging it when you're doing it, but going to buffets, snacking through the day, drinking alcohol, not remembering, eating until you're full, that is all sabotage.
It's all sabotage.
It really is.
And see, the beauty, like Lisa says, this is on Monday, I'm going away this week. A lot of you all about to be taking trips, and that's great, because if you go out of town one time and try to implement what we're sharing with you and come back and don't gain a lot of weight, you're going to be hooked for life, because you're going to say, it's going to be like your new point of reference. You're going to say, like, that's how I always need to be. And you're going to enjoy yourself more. because you're not going to be sleepy. You're not going to feel groggy and bloated and fat and disgusting, because that's the worst.
Yeah. And you're not going to feel regret.
Yeah. Prime example, regret. Who wants to feel regret? Now, right now, you know, when we go to dinner tonight, are we going to eat what we normally eat? Absolutely not. Well, number one, when we weighed in on Monday, we were exactly where we needed to be. So we earned it. And we knew that when we came on vacation, there are some things we just couldn't do. Last night we had some dessert. It won't be any more dessert because we would normally have dessert on a Monday. So the point that I'm saying is we came on vacation with restraint, with a caloric budget. You see?
Come on.
We you know, when you go on vacation, I mean, maybe you got it like that, but I don't care what kind of job you have or how much you make. Everybody has some type of budget. You got a certain amount that you can spend on your hotel, on your food, on your car, on going out, on this and on that, etc. Everybody has some type of budget. And it's the same way with eating. You have to come on and go on vacation with restraint. You got a budget. And listening to what we're saying is going to help you with the budget. Eating 2 meals a day, a bit more, passive and active workouts, not eating till full, avoiding the buffets, not snacking, because a lot of people sabotage themselves at the bar, and that's crazy, because when you really think about it, you can when your bill comes at dinner and you spending more money in alcohol than food, you know then it's a problem.
Yeah. And
y'all know if you go and 2 people get a couple of drinks, that's $50, $60 right there. If you somewhere for a week, you know, that's almost $500. So it's kind of one of those things, back to the point that we see on the screen, is never eating till full. Get you what you want and be through.
Yeah.
You got anything else you want to say about
that? No, babe, I think that was great.
Okay. All right.
You got any more?
I think I got like that's it. Yeah.
That was great. I think my favorite one was the earn and burn.
Yeah. Earn and burn?
Yeah.
Yeah. Demetrius said the buffet at the Bellagio will kill you. Absolutely. Yes. Yeah. Yes.
And you know, another thing too, I saw a comment. I don't remember who said it, but I saw a comment about how she went on vacation. She purchased her food, cooked her food, only gained a minimal amount of weight. And that is awesome. Like if you're in a position when you get, you know, one of the things that we like to do too is once we get to our location, we like to go to the market and get certain things for the room, like water, because, you know, they like to charge you $15 for a bottle of water. So, you know, you get your water, you get whatever you want to have in your room. And if you can cook, that's great. You know, sometimes you just can't, but if you can have, you know, some whole pieces of fruit or some, whatever you need to be on track.
Yeah. Do it.
Yeah. So that was a great point too.
Right. You all share with us which tip was your favorite that you felt brought you most value. Tanita Anderson says that she liked the concept of caloric budget.
Yeah.
And it's true. Gang, listen, when I tell y'all that this 33-minute presentation, that what we share with you is literally stuff that it took us years to learn.
Yeah.
I wish somebody would have told me this 10 years ago, because the worst trips I've had have all been the trips where I ate too much. I didn't enjoy myself. I came back, you know, big. I had to make, and I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I want to get to the point to where whatever I gain, by the time we get back next week, I get on the scale, I go right back at it, and it's off in a couple of days. That's an ideal vacation. And your body's going to feel better. You're going to feel rejuvenated. And you're going to feel, when you can go on vacation and exercise discipline, you can be disciplined anywhere.
Because everybody can't do that.
Right.
People will think you're being ridiculous. Oh, you're prime example. We were waiting for, I forget what, we were waiting for something, and we were saying, oh, is it time for lunch? And the lady said, no. The lady said, is it time for, are you guys going to lunch? Like, no, we have breakfast. We won't eat until dinner.
Oh, yeah. The maid, the housekeeper.
Oh, that's what it was. The housekeeper was coming to clean the room and we were getting out. And she said, oh, it's time for lunch. We were like, no, we have breakfast. We won't eat until dinner. And she said, but you're on vacation. That mentality. Oh, you're on vacation. Do what you want. Be gluttonous. Spend all your money. Eat all the stuff.
Oh, ma'am. Because I know how it feels to go on vacation, and each of you have been there. You go on vacation for a week and you come back 20 pounds larger. There are people who will do it. I've gone on vacation and put on 20 pounds.
Yeah, like a week vacation.
And that's depressing.
Where did we go that we gained?
Turkey, Istanbul.
Yeah, we went to Turkey, y'all. I think I gained like 12 pounds.
Yeah.
In like a week. It was bad.
Yeah, but it's them 12 pounds that took 3 weeks to get off.
I think it took longer than
that. It took me like 5 weeks.
It was forever. It was horrible. I was like, what? Are they stapled on? Like, what happened?
Yeah, like, but again, I used to go on vacations and I wouldn't work out.
True. Now
I wouldn't work out. Now working out has to be a part of it because it's like I'm going to have to when I'm on vacation, I'm going to have to burn my caloric expenditures because I know I'm going to eat more. I know it. First of all, when we're at home, we're not going to 2 restaurants a day.
Correct.
We're going to 1 restaurant a week.
A week, yeah.
So I know my portions are going to be larger, and I know it's going to come from different. So I know I have to burn calories in the gym, i.e. active. And I know that I need to do some type of excursion every day. And you can do a free excursion like what we did.
Yep.
We walked to the mall.
That was the best excursion in the heat.
In the heat. 2 miles there, 2 miles back. We probably walked a mile at the mall. So that was 5 miles. We burned an additional 500 calories. And
when you're up on your feet, so even when you're moving, right? So even if you are walking the hallways or get moving. Y'all don't be sedentary. There's going to be a time for that at night when you go to sleep. But when you're out on vacation, eating more than you normally would eat, be active, be out of your room as much as possible.
Now, Monica brings up a good point. She says, yes, you're right. We went on vacation for spring break. I was walking around like I know there. Yeah. You get up, you want to be moved. You want to be mobile. And there are some people who will go on vacation. If you really dial it in, you'll lose weight. You will lose weight.
Oh, Kim
feel free to pick whichever one.
Okay. Kim had a great comment. Love that. A caloric budget. Just text my best friend. She lost almost 30 pounds in your last group.
Shout out to whoever that was.
Shout out to Kim and her friends.
Yeah. Shout out to Sabrina, Coach Sabrina.
Let's see what she says. Thank y'all for this video. This information is priceless. And you know, another thing too, guys, when you get great information and you say, oh, this is good, but you don't do anything with it.
Yeah, what have you done?
Don't do that.
Besides wasted.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
And this is the reason for Journey Life TV. A lot of y'all haven't gone through the 4-day turn up. So you have no clue what it even means, but you know it sounds like something you want to be in, which is probably why a lot of y'all are going to be a part of the next one. And that's great. But also this is a great way for us to continue to have content that keep people in the mindset of this lifestyle, because it is a lifestyle. It is a lifestyle, you know. Bottom line, when we went to the Mark, the first thing that we do when we go somewhere, like Lynette said, is we find a market. We're looking for water. We're looking for things to where we maybe we don't have time to get breakfast and we need something in the room to where we can make it and it's going to be healthy and wholesome and doesn't take time for us to prepare. We'll get that, whatever else we'll need. These are just little things that we've learned, because what happens is when you're in the hotel and you don't have water and you don't have fruit and you don't have these different things that you may need, that's when you go to the concession stand and you start getting chips and cookies and crackers, and that stuff will bloat you so much. When you get on the plane, all they serve you is crap. When we were on the plane, being that it's in the season of COVID, they gave us some goldfish, Biscoff cookies, and one of these. And people were getting bags of them. And all that stuff does is swell you up. You know, it's just bottom line, you know?
Let's see. Oh, Jennifer's comment. Oh, Rochelle. She had a good comment.
This is great information. We go on vacation and completely lose our minds because we associate vacation with turning up and let loose, shift. That's so true.
I love that. Shift how you see your fun.
Yeah. Like when, and I'm gonna tell you what gets you, especially like if you go to like Jamaica or Barbados and you go and you
Miami. Everybody was in Miami last week. I don't know why, but
anyway. And you go there and you on them resorts, and what you get? What you getting? You getting them daiquiris, rum punches. Them suckers is like 300 calories a pop.
Yeah.
So think about it.
Yeah.
You get you. Oh, I'm gonna give me two. Let me get a strawberry daiquiri, 300 calories. Let me get me a rum punch, 300 calories. Let me give me a beer, 200 calories.
Daiquiris.
All right, that's 800 calories in just alcohol.
Sugar.
I'd rather have my calories come from eggs or, you know, bacon if you eat that, or turkey, or salads and wholesome stuff. That's not going to make me hold water or spike my blood sugar, but make me feel good and put me to the point where I can enjoy vacation and I still can eat more and still like it, you know?
Right.
Bob Marley's. They sell those at what's the name of the spot?
Jamaica.
And they sell them at it's Swamp Things at
Papados. Yeah.
It's like 3 different levels. It's like green. They're good though. Good. They like 500 calories.
Yeah, we don't talk about those.
Yeah.
But I think
what you think?
I think the great thing about this conversation is creating a life that you don't have to escape from. And when you have shifted your mindset, I forget who said, shift how you look at your, Rochelle says, shift how you see your fun. It's fun to be disciplined and to get the gains that you set out to get when you're at home. It's fun to go to work if you have to go into a place and pack your meals and have people look at you like, oh, that's too much. That's crazy. I wish I could do that. That's fun. That's fun to do things that other people aren't able to do right now because it shows you that it's difficult and you're succeeding while doing it. Are you going to be perfect? Absolutely not. But you're making a definitive decision to be intentional about your lifestyle shift. Yeah. And when you go on vacation, it's fun to test yourself. Vacation is nothing but a test. Vacation is like, all right, I've been in the classroom, at home, with my meals, with my home, with my comfortable environment. Now the test is when I go to the airport. That's another thing too. When you go to the airport and you travel, the airport is a
booger bear. It's a booger.
It's a total trap. But the airport to vacation, back in the airport to back home, that is the test, right? And it's fun to see how good you really are when you go on vacation.
Yeah, I mean, it really is. And I think you brought us some jewels in that. But, you know, like when you're really thinking about the point of vacation, you're trying to enjoy yourself. You're trying to create memories. You're trying to unwind. You don't have to do that by eating yourself into a coma. And it shows you how much of food, how common food addictions are. Mm-hmm. That's all. I was on a plane and a guy was sitting by me yesterday. I felt so sorry for the guy. God. He was a white gentleman and he had this huge stomach. He was eating the entire time. He was eating at the gate. He could barely walk. And he wasn't an old guy. He was on the plane eating fries and wraps. He had Coke and he was shaking. I could see his heart like pounding in his chest. He ate the entire time. Okay? And it's people that do that. They drink all day. When we were checking in yesterday, it was a family. It was a guy. His eyes were bloodshot. You could smell the Hennessy. Yeah. In his blood. It's like that's what people do when they're on vacation. They're like, let me get hammered. Let me gorge myself. It doesn't make sense when you really think about it. It doesn't make sense. Why would I do that? Why would I go and gorge myself, feel like complete crap, drink myself to where I don't even remember and create the memories that I paid money to go see this, and then I got to come back home feeling and looking like crap and need another vacation And then on top of that, I've gained 15 pounds. When you think about that, it's like, what for?
Why? For why? Yes.
What for?
Yes.
I want to be lean and mean on vacation and enjoy myself.
Yeah.
And if I gain, 3, 4, 5 pounds, so be it. Fine.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's going to be off in a couple of days. Because when I get back, I'm getting right back on track because it's a lifestyle. And what happens is when you do this stuff long enough, you start to fall in love, not with how you look. This is the reason why people get in and out of shape. There are a lot of folk, They'll get in shape, they'll lose 50, 60 pounds, they'll shrink up, and then they'll gain it back because they're doing it for aesthetic purposes. It's not a pure place. But let me tell you something. When you fall in love with how you feel,
mm-hmm.
with how you rest,
mm-hmm.
with your blood pressure being low, fall in love with not being on prescription drugs and a slave to metformin and hypertensive pills. And when you fall in love with the fact, brothers, that you don't need to take Viagra and time it right. You see what I'm saying? Then what happens is the lifestyle and not giving up or sacrifice is no big deal because it's like, yo, what I'm getting out of this is so much deeper than not eating a freaking muffin. It really is backwards because the muffin makes you feel like crap anyway. You got to go take a nap. Who wants to take a nap on vacation? Who wants to feel bad? You feel what I'm saying?
I feel what you're saying. You're talking good stuff.
Talk a couple things and we will cut off.
Okay.
Rochelle says being healthy and looking amazing is fun. That's
Come
so
back
true.
with no regrets.
That's right. Tanita Anderson, you gain so much confidence and it makes you want to do it more or test yourself. Very true. Very true. Jessica says, my mom went through the 4-day turn up and graduate, and I did the water detox and eating every 3 hours and lost weight. Shout out, Jessica. Congratulations. Looking like butt and gut. Angie says the process comes from a place of love, so there's no way we can complete the process without loving ourselves. Very true.
Very true.
Very true. Absolutely.
I think another thing too, and I'll shut up, is pick your heart. I've always seen this quote and I really like it. It's hard to eat right. It's hard to deny yourself on a daily basis things that your mind is telling you that you want and that you need. But it's also hard to gain all this weight and not know how to get it off. Yeah. It's hard to have all these tools in your toolkit and not utilize them. So pick your heart. Do you want your heart to be something that you see value in and taking the tools and utilizing them and doing things that other people can do because it's hard? Right. Or do you want to have all this stuff and then can't use it or don't want to use it and you're just going to eat yourself into this coma?
Great point. Great point. And let me tell you all a trick the restaurant industries know. And then I'm going to make a point and I'm done. And that is, when you go to restaurants, and restaurants know what I'm about to tell you. Restaurants know that people who buy drinks, alcoholic beverages, not only do they spend more money, but they eat more food. Mm-hmm. They know this. Mm-hmm. So people who are in the restaurant industry on the business side know what I just told you. This is the reason why when you go to Papados, you go to Red Lobster, you go to Chili's, they have all of those elaborate menus that they spend millions and millions of dollars on the marketing and the different daiquiris and the different levels and the nice sweet drinks they know people want. Because they know that when people get that, number one, they're going to be spending $10 to $12 on the drink. So it's going to be an upcharge and a higher tick on the bottom line of the bill. But also people are going to eat more. Mm-hmm. Now, the question is, why do people eat more when they drink? Because their insulin is spiked. When your insulin is spiked, when you put food in your mouth, it makes you want to eat more food. You have more control over your hunger when you are in a fasted state. Meaning what? When you're on vacation and you go to the bar and you sip that Mai Tai or that mojito, and you said to yourself, well, I haven't eaten anything. You're setting yourself up to what? Want to eat something. So when you're drinking, okay, stick to wine and let it be with your meals. That's a pro tip, okay? That is a pro tip because I'm telling you, when you go to the bar and you start sipping that Mai Tai, you're going to want some what? Bar snacks. Mm-hmm. Then after you start getting some bar snacks, well, let me get an appetizer. And then you'll get another drink, right? And then here you are, then you're gonna go to dinner and then you're gonna eat that.
Mm-hmm.
So it becomes this vicious cycle. So the 2 meals, not drinking or snacking, helps to keep you for 8 hours burning off what you consumed in breakfast time. So by the time dinner comes, you ready to rock and roll.
Like we gonna be.
Right. Absolutely.
In a few more hours.
Yeah. Sabrina says that's true. When I drink, I eat. Well, I used to, but now I know better. Absolutely. Nicole Harrison, my college classmates, Hampton University, did the 40-day, and they look great. I'm motivated. We see each other every year in Martha's Vineyard. I want to be healthier. Shout out, Nicole.
Shout out, Nicole. You will be.
And you will be. And whoever then we got college kids doing it. That's great.
Maybe she's saying like when she was in college.
Okay. All right. Shout out. Kim, love that, Miss W. Pick your heart. I used to say my children when they were young said something was hard in school. Who said we can't do hard things?
Absolutely.
For sure.
For sure.
I did not think 4 days could change my life and my eating habits. I shot myself by thinking about food more, and I put in my mouth and chose not to hurt myself. Amazing.
Amazing.
Okay. Demetrius Henry, I take my grape, celery, and cheese sticking to work, and people are looking at me like I'm crazy. I know that's right.
Yeah. They're like, what are you doing?
Yeah, and they be the big gut and butts over there eating all them wings and egg rolls.
The Chinese buffet.
Yeah.
I like to go to the Chinese buffet.
And they look just like the food they eat.
I can't.
They eat, that's what they look like.
I can't.
Look in people's baskets. When you look at people's baskets, like when they're
that's true.
I don't even have to look at the person and tell what a person looks like.
That's true.
What do you put in your shopping basket? I can tell you.
That's very true.
You did what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Demetri said, I went through the last day 40 turn up. I wish I could have made it to the journey. I'm working on my spirit now as well as my physical body. Yes.
And I think that when you are, for those of you all who have not gone through the turn up or the journey, I think that when you are anticipating a lifestyle change, there are going to be things that are not ideal. It's not ideal to do some of the things that you are going to learn or to implement some of the things that you have learned, because we're just used to being busy and doing things and not really focusing on things that we need to focus on. But one of the things that you will learn, the discipline that you find and that you nail, that you implement, and that you're able to replicate in your life and in the lives of people that are watching you, that type of discipline will transfer over into other aspects of your life. So you think that you're learning how to eat, and a byproduct of that is losing weight. But what you're really teaching yourself and what you're really modeling for other people is the discipline in life that we all need to be successful people. So I think that when you look at it like that, if you want to be a better person, the turn up and the journey in this lifestyle process is for you. It's not about, yes, you lose weight because that's what people see, and a byproduct of being disciplined is having ancillary type of reactions or ancillary types of things that happen to you just as a byproduct of that. But this process isn't about losing weight. This is not a weight loss program. Weight loss is a byproduct of the discipline and the focus and the determination that you have, that you implement, and that you can replicate in your life because you are learning how to love yourself.
Excellent.
So,
hey, the doors of the church is open. You're coming by letter of Christian experience.
I'm serious.
Yeah, that was excellent. Well, gang, we hope you enjoyed the time today. We wanted to take advantage of us actually being on vacation, so you're kind of getting like the information straight from, the actual action. And we want to thank you for tuning in, and for all of you guys who watch this later. We pray that this information helps. If you guys have questions or comments, post them down below, and I'll be certain to respond to you soon. For those of you who are interested in going through the 40-day turn up, you can find out all the information at www.journeylife.tv. You go there. You don't have to register. It gives you all the information on how to tune in, on how to consume the content. It's absolutely free. All of the information is there. So it's important that you read, because a lot of people don't like to read. All right. And the people who don't like to read are the people who are probably not going to do what they need to do to get in the next class. So we'll just keep it very, very simple. And we'll keep it there for those who are willing to do what needs to be done to be a part of the next group. Shout out to each of you, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace, family.